There was the moment of impact, then the truck just kept pushing her and the bike, and then it was like there was a second impact where it hit her right in the shoulder, and then she flew. It hit her, and then just she flew like 10 feet. All right, I'm Matthew.
Hi, I'm Gabriella.
And thanks for watching our channel, which is called Giddy Up Bike Adventures, where we do all kinds of adventures, either on motorcycles, sometimes bicycles. And if you haven't seen, if this is your first video, be sure to like and subscribe, and go ahead and check out the channel, which is usually listed under my name, Matthew Sturdivant. And you'll see other videos we've done on all kinds of travel. We did the Trans-America Trail. I talk about packing your bike and all kinds of things. And last week I was going to make a video. Everybody always asks me, about riding with her, like what's that like, or how did you talk her into it? And she was actually she came out of the box this way when I met her. She was way more of a moto nerd than I am, and she still has more motorcycles in the garage than I do. But the video last week was going to be along those lines, like how to help your significant other be enthusiastic about motorcycling, or how to get along on motorcycle adventures, because there's lots of uncomfortable moments. And that's what I was going to make the video about, and we actually got into a little bit of a argument. And so maybe I'm not the expert, and I'll make a video on that when I feel like I have something more valuable to say. But we did have something that we do want to share with you, which was a really frightening moment. And I'm going to let Gabriella tell it from her perspective, and then I'll maybe chime in. So tell us what happened on Sunday.
Yeah, so we were riding on gravel roads, what we have done tons of times, right? Nothing big about that. It was a beautiful area, which is usually not crowded. But this weekend was 4th of July weekend, so everybody was out there. And what I remember is seeing this huge truck start to fishtail left and right, trying to, like, as soon as you saw me, try to avoid me, but being surprised, probably just hit the brakes, started to fishtail. That triggered me to, like, evaluate where do I want to go as an escape, because I did not know whether he can correct the car, which way he's gonna go, because he just appeared. I didn't really know what speed it was going. So that just at the moment where he hit my bike, I believe I hit my shoulder, but I didn't really realize that until later. I just realized what I felt is, oh my god, the car can't stop. I'm jumping off from my bike. My little finger hurts. And then the car is still pushing me, and I'm rolling on the ground, and I look up and the car is still pushing my bike towards me. And yeah, that was a scary moment, seeing this huge pickup truck with the bush guard not being able to stop and just keep drifting towards you. So that was my perspective. Matthew was riding right behind me and watching the whole thing.
Yeah, so I talked to a friend of mine who's a paramedic, and he said people do remember these moments of impact, and it's called flashbulb memories, and where time slows down. And to me, we both remember what we were talking about. I said, oh, when we get to the top, I'm going to swim in the mountain lake. And then that was the last thought, and he went from that to, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. And the truck came around the corner, red Toyota, like a Tundra, and it had the white ARB bumper, and it was fishtailing a little bit, and she was trying to control, and she kept her bike upright as you're supposed to do to get maximum traction, but that meant she couldn't turn, so their courses were aligned. And there was the moment of impact, then the truck just kept pushing her and the bike, and then it was like there was a second impact where it hit her right in the shoulder, and then she flew. It hit her, and then just she flew like 10 feet. And in those moments, you don't know what to do. I mean, and afterwards she was kind of beating herself up, saying, "Oh, I should have turned right," and I don't think so. I think if she had gone right, she would have lost traction and maybe ended up under the rear tires and gotten run over. In a minute, I'll show the bike and show the damage to that, because if it bent her handlebars, her headlight cowl, and some other things, I'm sure it could have done a lot more damage to a human body than it did. But we definitely learned a lesson, and we're going to slow down around corners. It's the day before I was probably going 45 on these little roads, and I don't think if it's blind, I won't do that anymore, because there was ATVs and there's other motorcyclists out there. It only takes a second for everything to get really bad, and if this is all we got this time, that is really, really fortunate. But I really feel like we came this close to having either, well, it could have been a lot worse. It was, basically a head-on collision with, truck versus motorcycle. That usually doesn't have a good result like this.
So we got a little update on Gabriella's hand, and we were at the hospital this morning, and the x-rays showed that the part of the finger that it hit is, instead of bone, it's like mush. So she's going to have surgery next week, and so it's worse than we thought. But again, all things being considered, we're still grateful that it's, her first thought was, I can't ride my bike for 6 months. But she may have one of those things where there's rods sticking out, and she has like a metal brace on the outside of her hand. But anyway, so not great news, but we much prefer this to a more serious injury of the torso or legs or arms. And she's a trooper, so she'll pull through. We're getting married in about 3 weeks, so I guess her wedding pictures will have her hit by a truck story linked to them forever. But anyways, thanks for watching and supporting our channel, and be sure to hug the ones you love, because that's the most important thing. Thanks.